Hi, it's Sean McClure. On my way to CrossFit right now, and I figured I would take some time to talk about some book stuff while I was on the way. But first of all, just a quick plug for CrossFit. I highly recommend it. I have never been one that is athletic. That includes anywhere from elementary school up through high school and after. But CrossFit I've been doing for about 6 months now, and I love it. Actually seeing some results, and it's tough, but it works. So there's my selfish plug for CrossFit. So anyway, today I figured I would talk about scenery and describing things in books, and because one of the things that I got a call in the middle of that, so I have to I'll splice this all together. But one thing Dean Koontz does really well is he describes the settings almost to the point where you don't even know he's doing it, but subconsciously, if you were to go back and say, hey, what did you just read? You'd probably say, oh, I read about this guy and he went over here and had some coffee and did whatever. But subconsciously, in his book, he talks about all the things that go on around, let's say, a person at a coffee shop. He talks about the butterflies that are flying by, the people, what the road looks like, the cars, trees and plants. So for example, as I'm driving to CrossFit, I'm heading west right now. It's what, 4:30 in the afternoon, so the sun is, well, it won't go down for another 3 hours, but I can see that the trees are backlit. And if any of you are artists, when you look at a painting or when you look at a scene to paint, you're not necessarily looking at the object itself. So you might see a tree, but what you're really seeing is all these colors that go along with the tree. You see the dark trunk of the tree, and we think of tree trunks as brown, but right now I'm looking at a tree trunk that's white and black. But the leaves themselves, we think of green leaves, but as the sun reflects off of these leaves, it almost looks like lights. If you think of white Christmas lights on houses, because of the slight breeze and the sun reflecting off the leaves, it almost looks like they're twinkling lights on the leaves. The colors are, for a green leaf, it could be yellow with the way that the sun reflects through it. Or, of course, during the fall when you have different colored leaves, not that we really get that here in Southern California, but when you do get different color leaves, you might describe a yellow leaf as being a golden color, a molten gold, or molten silver, or molten bronze. You don't necessarily have to say, oh, the tree was backlit by sunshine. That doesn't necessarily add that subliminal descriptive description that you're looking for in a book. So anyway, and as I'm turning in here to CrossFit, I'm looking at a United States flag that's being backlit by the sun. It's really awesome. It glows in the middle of the day. And so anyway, would like to get your comments too, your feedback on how you describe things, and perhaps when I'm not driving and my brain is a little bit more able to think about specific examples, then I will do a little bit more on this subject. But anyway, this is kind of how my mind works as I'm driving along. I'm trying to figure out what does this scene look like and how can I use it in my next book. So anyway, I won't do anything after I get out of CrossFit because I will be sweaty, and that's not a pretty sight. So we'll just spare you guys that, and we'll keep it for next time. So thanks for watching.